Hey friends, today I'm going to teach you how to do this striping over the top of your work. So I have this sweater that I have made complete, and instead of changing colors every other row or every few rows, etc., what we can do in some cases is do what we call surface crochet. And so surface crocheting is crocheting over the top of something that we have already worked, and it creates a stitching. In this case, a slip stitch. So what we're going to do, it's super simple. It's just like doing a slip stitch any other time, except we're working in between the stitches that we've already created. So in this case, for this sweater, I'm just gonna come over here to the side seam, and you're going to select where you want to slip stitch. So what I'm doing is I'm slip stitching in between two rows. So there's one row here and there's another row here. So this is the wrong side of the stitch and this is the right side of the stitch. And I'm going to be crocheting, let me grab my little needle here. I'm going to be crocheting in between each of these stitches. So through here, 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 etc. So essentially what you're doing is crocheting into the base of the top stitch of the two stitches that you're crocheting between. Okay, so in this instance, like I said, I'm going to find the seam, and then you're going to grab your contrasting yarn. And the contrasting yarn is going to go underneath your fabric. It's going to go into the back side. You want to leave a little bit of a tail to tie at the end. But then you're going to take your crochet hook and you're going to go down into your first stitch here. And then you're going to yarn over underneath the fabric. That's the part that's a little harder to show you since it's hidden, but you're going to yarn over like usual, and you're going to pull up a loop. This is tricky to show. And then we're going to continue going down, yarn over, and pulling up a loop. So now you're going to go down into the second stitch right here, and you're going to yarn over underneath, draw up a loop, and then pull through the loop you drew up previously. And we're just going to do that all the way across. You're going to go into the next stitch, yarn over underneath, pull up, and draw through the loop you created previously. So I'll just do a few more here. One thing you don't want to do, I'm working with a larger hook because you don't want these stitches to be, slip stitches tend to be a tighter stitch naturally. So what you don't want is you don't want these stitches to be super tight, otherwise it will cinch the fabric of whatever you are crocheting them onto. So you want to make sure in either slip stitch loosely, very loosely, or you want to go up a hook size or even two. And then after you do a few stitches, they will look a little loose. But if you pull it out and you just stretch it like this a little bit, it will even everything out and it'll look really nice. And it won't be too tight. So there you have it. That is how you do surface crochet onto a project you've already completed.